Many people have the perception that investing in the stock market is like gambling, but it may seem like that if you don't have sufficient knowledge of investing or emotional control. You can lose most or even all of your investment capital, which is bad because it could put you in the hole and in debt. I personally have not invested in the stock market, but have done personal research and observed family members who have invested in the stock market and had positive and negative outcomes. There are endless possibilities when it comes to investing, but there are steps on how to get started and obstacles to be aware of before you start purchasing shares. First, I'll be explaining what stock is, then I'll show you how the market works. And finally, I'll discuss the steps on purchasing stock. Now that I've introduced my topic, let's get into what stock is. What are stocks? Let's say you start a business and you want to expand, gain capital, or even pay off debt. You could break down your company and sell part of it while you hold on to the majority to stay in charge. This is how the stock market kind of looks. These are different companies, and if you break down your company into different shares, each piece is a share. An example I use is pizza. So pepperoni is like a well-known, people buy it. So let's say one share would cost $1.75. Bacon is not as big, but it's still good. So one share would be 75 cents. And let's say someone invented a new pizza, the orange pizza. And when it just starts, one share would be 10 cents, right? Okay, hypothetically, let's say that social media blows up orange pizza and it becomes popular. And a lot of people start buying orange pizza. Then the owner or inventor could increase the cost of a share, and if it becomes popular, it could go up to $2 per share. And if you invested in orange pizza, then which would be a high risk, then you would get high reward. And a negative effect of the stock market is, let's say a medical study says that pepperoni causes cancer or will lower your lifespan, then the $1.75 per share can lower to 25 cents. And if you invested in pepperoni, it would be a bad call because you just lost money. So that's how the market works. All right, this is how growth and decline in the market. Basically, it's all patterned, and if you do your research, you can see this is what growth looks like. And let's say the orange pizza, it will start off really low, and as it becomes popular, the stock will rise. And for the pepperoni, let's say this is where it started at $1.75, and after the study came out, it dropped drastically. According to Kevin Barcadante and his team of investors, there are 10 basic steps of mastering the market or getting into the low-cost investing. Step 1 would be to assess your financial baggage. So you would want to see how much money you're making, and if you have any debt or credit, if your credit's bad, it's highly recommended not to invest in the stock market. Step 2, put some money aside. Before you put your money at risk, you should always put some money away. Step 3, open a retirement account. Retirement accounts are an excellent start because they represent long-term investing. Step 4, would be start investing with a low-cost broker. Um, there are a lot of online low-cost brokers. An example would be E-Trade. Step 5 would be exchange traded funds. This is better to start with. It's better to start with mutual funds because they are easier to manage than immediately going into larger stocks. And then step 6, stay with index fund. It's basically saying step 6 and step 7 are basically telling you to gradually invest. Don't invest all your money at once. Step 8, get some investment education. It's better to do research on the companies that you're investing for rather than going into it. Step 9, invest in individual stocks gradually, the same as that one. And step 10, expand and diversify your investment portfolio. So you wouldn't want to invest all in one company. It's better to invest in multiple and keep growing like that. Finally, let's conclude my speech. First, I talked about what stock was and explained the market. And finally, I discussed the steps and how to invest in low-cost market. There are endless possibilities when investing in the stock market, but it is better to go in with knowledge about the company than going in blind. I'll end on a quote. According to Peter Lynch, an American investor, without any research on companies, you have the same success buying stocks as you do in a poker game if you bet without looking at your cards.